Good morning, everyone. Okay, December is rolling right along, and today we're going to do our 12 days of Christmas, which is day 8. Day 8 for today, and we're going to concentrate on some of this cute Prima snowman paper. And this was in the kit for me. This was one of my pieces of paper in the kit. Okay, so we've got a glassine bag, and I just cut out something. This was a scrap piece, and I just cut the top right there. And, you know, it's got a really light background, so I'm not going to do anything with that except ink it. Okay, and then we're going to work on right here behind page 6. We're not doing them in order. You know how I am. I can't do anything, you know, orderly. And so this is the stamp. It's called Winter Snowmen. And it's by Stampabilities right here. It was $9.99. I think I got, where did I get this? I don't remember. Let's see. And it is called Winter Snowmen. Now I'm going to show it to you. Be good to put it in the upright position, right? I'm going to bring it back a little bit. I know there's a little bit of a glare. I'm sorry. So I'm going to stamp a few things with these little cute snowmen. We'll do that first. So I'm thinking to do these little stamps. I'm going to stamp some of these little things right here. And I know they don't look like much, but they're cute. Their little tiny things are always cute, right? Okay, I'm going to take this little hole punch out here. And here's a little black kind of a plasticky little bag I'm going to do something with. We're going to put something in there, even if it's just snow. I don't know. We'll figure it out. And I've got a few scraps, a small amount of scraps left over from the folio that I did. Most of scraps will go with the book. Okay, and look at these cute little flowery pink buttons. I thought, you know, that'll work. And let me pick part of my breakfast off the table. You know how that is too, right? Okay, so I'm going to take this stamp out of the package. Now, I've been stamping just randomly, you know, doing whatever I think will end up looking cute in the book. So I'm using this Lawn Fawn dye ink. It's Wild Rose. I've been using it for the pink in this book most of the time, not all of the time. But first, let's just kind of ink these little boogers. Look at my little dauber is about to die on me. I may have to pull out a new one. So this is just a store-bought little tag here that's kind of a creamy white. And it's not like white, but it's close enough. Then I'm just adding a little bit of pink. It doesn't take much to smoosh it up. And then right like that. Now we're going to do these little ones too. Now I have this little pink label. What is it called? I just went blank. They're little circle labels, and you use them, you tie a string to them, and but they're, yeah, I'm going to show you this little guy right here. See, I'm going to put string on him and put him somewhere. Don't ask me where. I have no idea. I have no idea on any of this today. I really am just threw down a bunch of snowman stuff, a few snowflakes, and yeah, so I'm going to ink the other little tag. Like, let me show you this little tag. I'm not going to ink right now because it's just a waste of your time, but I will ink it with this. But I think I am going to go around this little glassine bag so it stands out from the page, but just on the front because it's going to get glued down. You know, I love to make use little bags for pockets, and that's pretty much what we're doing with this one. Let me get right here where the tag goes inside. I like it being clear so you can see the snowman stuff going on the outside of it, but you know, and I'll do this if we use it. Okay, now I want to use, let me get a stamping block, and I'm thinking we'll do some snowmen on these, you know, because they're just so stinking cute. We've got mittens and gloves, and we've got Let It Snow, and yeah, this is new, so it's pretty tight. And let's see, I want to use, I think this little snowman just has his arms thrown out, and I just think he's adorable, so we're going to use him first. If I can get him off of here. Look at this. He's stretching out about that long. It's sometimes they don't want to leave their little plastic. Maybe I'll get him off of here. Come on, I don't want to rip you in half. You do have to be careful for that, because not that I'm strong enough, but usually you have to be careful for that. So I'm just lining him up on this. Has kind of like a little grid on this stamping block. I do not have expensive stamping blocks, just got them like, well, this particular one is Lawn Fawn, but most of mine are just random. You know, so I'm going to dirty it up by putting it on my arm. You know, that way it'll do better, be grungy. And then we want to practice putting it on something, because you never know. Let me get a piece of paper here. A little scrap something. Here's just a little square scrap. We'll put it on there. And I'm going to see how. Oh, he's cute. Look at him. Look at him. He is cute. So he's going on this biggest tag right here. This biggest. Wait a minute. I might want to put him on my glassine bag. Let's do that. He just needs to be in the center of attention here. I'm going to put him in the very middle, or close to the very middle. When you stamp on glassine bags, you got to be careful, because it will slide around and it will smear until it dries. So be aware of that. Okay, so we've got him all stamped on there. Now let's get a different snowman. There's like 3 or 4. So I'm thinking I'll just flip my little thing over. I do double things like this a lot. But first I'm going to do Let It Snow, before I forget about that, while we're on that glassine bag, because I think it'd be cute above him. If I can get the Let It Snow off of here. You got to get all your fingers under there. That helps you from, I've never had one that's been this difficult, I don't think. Now I'm dirtying it up on the front and doing Let It Snow. I'm trying to line it up as straight as I can. Okay, so we're going to do it on the bag as well. Now, we could stamp, and let's put it over here next to this little guy we just did. We could stamp snowflakes all over this bag, but you know what? I think might put a couple okay, well, that wasn't quite as dark as the other, but, and you could see that it's, you know, and we have some little blue snowflakes, and I have some just random, like, music sheet. I think I like the music sheet ones better. I think I'm just going to put one right there, or maybe one here. Yeah, right there's good. And you know, I always use my little sticker maker for tiny things like this. This is a 2-inch sticker maker by Xyron. You can get this sort of thing at Hobby Lobby, Michael's. I don't know if Michael sells them, but they're limited as to how many is bought now, because I think people don't use them like they should, because there's so many fine tip glues out there. And I still like it. I still like it, and I'm just going to pull it off. You have to be careful with these little tiny, fragile snowflakes because you'll rip an arm off or a tentacle, whatever you want to call it. There we go. Now, it's going to be real sticky. Just so you know, it will be real sticky. And I may go back and put some more on at some point, but right now, I want to get that. You got to be careful with this part, taking the adhesive off. Just kind of do it gently because it'll rip off a little tiny pieces. Because it is kind of sticky, but it is so, they are not going anywhere, okay? They're not falling off. Let's see. And you get glue to every little part. You know, it's not like it skips over parts. If you pull it through there correctly, you're going to get a correct sticker. Okay, so there's that. And I'm going to slip him in there for now. But, yeah. I don't know if it looks too confusing that way. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah, see, this way you can see it better, but then you don't get to see your cute snowman. So that's a thinker. I've got to think on that and decide, you know, what I want to do with it. But I do have some very vintage, old, it looks kind of like seam binding, but it's not. It's a lace. It's not like the kind you buy in those little packages. It looks like this. See it right there? That's the sample that was in the bag. I got this whole 2 yards or 3 yards for $2. Yes, you heard me. $2 at the vintage shop here in Branson, or one of the million little antique malls where they have antiques and crafts and a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put this on as the topper. I was going to do white, but I felt like we needed some color here. And you know, I just pull out enough to tie a bow or tie a knot. I don't do many bows on my tags because they just, you know, they're handled, and you know, if you're just displaying something, that's one thing. I'm going to cut a pretty end on it here and over here. And if you notice, I didn't take it off. I'm kind of stingy, you know, because I want to have this as long as I can, because this pretty pink is not a lace you find in vintage that much, really, you know. And so I like to, you know, savor every little bit of it. Okay, so there we go. And now we'll put him in here, and he will be inked, like I said. Now he's ready. Now, and we got a stamp over here. So we're going to use a different stamp for this particular one. Let's see. This little guy goes up here. So let's do this other little guy right here. And he cooperated a little bit better. So we're going to put him back over here. Okay. Now, let's dirty it up a little bit. And I want to stamp him on one side of this little tag. I'm going to try to make sure he's a little bit heavier inked than the last one. Oh, I like him. Isn't he cute with this little hat? Okay, now we have one more snowman on here. And I'm thinking, which one do I want to put where? Let's try putting this same one. I think it's going to be too big, but we can put his, you know, the top part of him on there. And we're just going to go just like this. So it won't be his whole body, but there he is. Isn't he cute? So we're going to do that again with the third snowman. And that way we use them all. I like to use them all. And you know what? Instead of using the third one right now, we'll use him at some point. Let's do a hat and gloves. That's fun, huh? Hat and gloves. Come off of here. Please. Goodness. Good night. I don't know. I think they are including tug of war with this thing. Okay, so we're going to put the little hat. I'm taking this off because I can't see. I'm going to put the little hat right here. I'm trying to make it as close as I can to fitting on there. Let's see. Trying to get this back. Just a moment. I'm working on it. Now we're going to get the gloves that are easier than the last batch. Okay, so we're going to go like this and put it as close as possible. I know they'll kind of run into each other, but they're going to be cute. Just like this. It's kind of like, Okay, so I'm going to dirty it up, and then we're going to stamp it and see how much of that will actually go on. Let's see if I get a good stamp here. Yeah, that's cute, isn't it? I just kind of laid them out like they had them on the stamp pad. Okay, here we go. Kind of fits. It looks like it's going to fit great on here. Look. How stinking cute is that? I love it. Okay, if we decide we can, you know, stamp something else on there. And on here, I think I'm just going to do, let me get my, I have a different little sock hat. And I think I'm just going to do the sock hat on this little guy's, on this little metal thing. And actually, I think I'm going to do gloves on one side and sock hat on the other. Let's do that. I'll keep these same gloves. Maybe I should have put them together. Let me move them over. They're a little bit close to each other. Okay, let's try that again. Okay. And I know this looks like it could be a little bit of slickness going on this tag. Yeah, see how it kind of smeared? But you know what? I don't know what to say except let it dry. You can't control the textures of things sometimes, right? And we're going to do this last one with a cap on the other side. Now, one thing about that is I need to let this dry first because that will smear if we don't. Well, it might smear on us, okay? So it's dirtied up and ready. Once this dries, we can do it on the other side. And maybe we can also do it right here. I'm just in a stamping mood, can you tell? I really don't know what I'm going to do it like this. And then it'll leave some room. Oh, I love this little stamp set. Cute, cute. So I'm going to save this hat to do on the other side of the last one. So I'm going to let these little things dry. And we're going to move on to putting some stuff on the page. Again, I don't know. I don't have a big plan. So we're just going to see what happens. Okay, now we're going to pull our book back out here and move some things out of the way. And we should be over here, right here, is what my plan is. So on the left-hand side, I think I'm going to do this little bag on the left-hand side. Or on the right-hand side. I kind of like it on this side a little bit better than I do on the other side. Whoa, Fabri-Tac went rolling. I tell you, a friend of mine and I, hello Pat, were talking a few minutes ago about different things. And we were talking about, you know, just every little thing you can imagine. But she's had surgery and we've been waiting to play. And, you know, it's hard when you have surgery, get back into the groove. But she's working really hard at it. Okay. All right, so there we go. But there was something I was going to say and I lost my train of thought, which is not uncommon for me. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to put this over to the right. Now, you know, you could do a regular pocket or whatever if you wanted, but I think instead I want to do a, okay, we got that stuck down nicely. This little guy's all ready to do whatever it needs to do. Okay, now we've got this little thing here. We can decorate a portion of this and save one side to journal on, or we can journal around everything and on our tags and cover this up if we want. So I have, let me find it. I thought about taking this and rounding the corner and making a side tuck, which I think would be really cute, don't you? How about we do that? Let's round the corner up here on the top. Now, I will have to ink this before I can't wait on this because it's going to be glued down, right? So we're going to go like this. And on this one, I think we might have to make a tag. Oh no, don't make a tag. Yeah, we're going to make a tag. Because we're going to want to stamp, you know, whatever to make a tag, right? Okay, so there's that. Let me find, I know I had something I thought we'd make a tag out of. Let me grab it. I'm just looking for like a manila tag or something that, a blank tag. There we go, we'll do this. Now, one of the things about these tags are, let's glue this down first. We'll put him around the non-curved side. We'll glue straight down. Across the bottom. Okay, now we're going to take this little tag and we're going to ink it, of course, while that's drying, and then we'll stamp on here as well. So this is just going to be a lot of stamping going on. You know, you can stamp, you can paper piece, you can just do whatever you want on here. I don't think you can go wrong with this little guy here. Let's see. But I think instead of stamping the whole thing, this is my plan. I need to clean this table, but I want to do a tree and then do the little guy next to it. Let me pull up here. I'm just going to use a Tim Holtz stencil. Whoops. Hang on. The nice thing is you can reline it, right? There's nothing better than stenciling with one of Tim's. This is why my little thing on the end looks like it's meatloaf or something. Chopped meat. Grind out meat. Okay, so this little thing right here, see how cute. Now, we're going to put a word on here, and I'm thinking snowflake, since we're, you know, we're doing Or how about, I think the snowflake's not going to fit. No, it's not. How about we do peace? Because Lord knows we need peace in our country right now, don't we? Okay. Between COVID and everything else, let's just all get along and love one another. That's what I say. Let's have peace. And because of COVID, maybe we need hope. Also, I love these words that he has on here. And then the best part of it all is that we have joy when it's all said and done, right? This right here is one of my favorite stencils. This Christmas season stencil. It's actually doesn't have, it's just called Christmas. And it just has every word that you could use from Christmas. And look how easy that was. I mean, I did get messy, but that's okay. Now we're going to do one of our favorite snowmen here. We did only 2, so let's do the third one. We're doing a little scene is what we're doing here. All right. On the back here, let's just put him on there. Get him all dirtied up. And bring the stamp pad back over. He's cute. He's got a cute face, doesn't he? Okay. So we're going to put him right here. He's looking off, wondering what he is hearing or seeing. All right. And then, of course, we need to get our sticker maker out and do a couple of these little music note snowflakes. And I'm going to do 2 this time. Because I don't like to just, you know, I've done it many times, but I prefer when I do a tag is to actually not just put one thing on there and be done with it. But try to get at least 2 things or more on there. Let's get this one. It's not the right one. I'm trying to find the right ones. I did like part music and part blue snowflakes because I didn't know if I would end up what I'd want to end up with. I just knew, well, let's do some snowflakes and see if that ends up good or not. And here we go. You always want to rub the sticker down and take the back off, which is where all the sticky is. See, I usually just stick it out of my way on my arm. I'm going to pull each little edge up to keep from yanking the arm off. And let's just put that one right there and kind of cover up my little bit of a boo-boo. Okay, and now remember, it has glue, so try to roll off what you can. And if it still has it on there, use your adhesive remover. And get the second one. Okay, come on. There we go. And we're going to put the third one, or second one on here. And I think we'll do it right here. We could have probably put 3, but we don't want to go crazy, right? You don't want to add to the crazy. Lord knows I have crazy going on. Okay, so I think on this one, we're going to put a white eyelash trim. I've got some right here. I just kind of have kept in this perfect size and everything. So there we go. I don't know about these snowflakes. I don't know that I would say, I don't think that I would say it's my favorite snowflakes. Because I don't think so. I don't like them all that much because they kind of blend with this. So yeah, it's my recommendation that you just lightly ink them. And you're probably thinking, okay, how are you going to ink those? Well, you've got this mutilated little finger dauber. I'm just going to kind of, while it's got not that much on it, you know, just kind of go over it a little bit. Just kind of, you know, and I mean, you can do that anywhere. But we also have this. We also have our Simon Says stamps, Snowflakes. So we'll just put a few. We'll just put a few in here. I'm not, you know, you do have to kind of dab pretty hard on these little holes because, you know, to get it to come through nicely. It's going to look like a mess, but look how cute that. I love that. Little snowflakes. Just pushing and jostle it around. Jostle it. That's not even a word, Paula. It's not uncommon. I say a lot of things that aren't words. Okay, now I think I'm going to go ahead and go down because there would be snow everywhere, right? We don't want it covering too much. Oops, I did just get some on here right there, but that's all right. So see, he has a little bit around him as well. And if you change colors, you want to change your ink, okay? Now, I'll clean all those up later. And here we go. Got this cute little tag. Now, I think on this tag, we're going to put it behind the tuck. And I think that did turn out cute. Other than those snowflakes, I really think it turned out cute. Okay, so now we've got this pocket and this pocket. Now, over here has got to have snow. I mean, I know we didn't do the background on the other one, but also, the other one is so obvious that, yeah, we need to have snow. Wonderful snow. No, I don't feel that way because we still have snow on the ground here in Branson. But if you put your finger inside this little dauber, you will get better pressure whenever you're, let me see where we're at here. Put some down this side. You'll just get, I think, better pressure and get more color out of your dauber. Yeah, that looks better, doesn't it? There's always a little smudgy area. I'm going to call myself Smudgy Paula. Okay, and see right here we have the same little problem. So I'm just going to kind of, and you know, I think it needs it over there too. I know. I'm snowflake crazy right now, but I think it'll look cuter if we just run some lightly down the page. It doesn't have to be, you know, a ton. But let's see what it looks like. Yeah, see, it just kind of blends it in with the page, which I think improved the looks of that page. Because it's kind of pale, you know, if I had it to do over again, I'd probably use more than one color. And then I'm going to go ahead and ink this because we're getting close on this one. In the middle, we're going to put, let me get this here. You know, I don't like that white eyelash on the other one. This pink at least brings some color. I think the white does not. So we're going to change that out or add it to that one. We can do that. Let's just do that. So see, this will look better now that we've got it. He's cute. Now that he is all inked up. Yeah, this needs some ribbon or lace. Let's put lace on here. Okay, now I'm just going to fold this in half and send it through. Bring some more color out on this little guy. Okay, come on, come on. I don't know how long we've been on here, but I'm sure it's not an hour, so we should be good. Now I'm just going to kind of, I'm going to have to holler at my husband here in a minute. I can hear Sadie at the door, and nobody's taking her out. Are you taking Sadie out? Oh, I thought I heard Sadie at the door.
No, I took her out.
That's what I heard. And you were being so quiet, it sounded like... Well, I heard her about 30 minutes ago at the door. And I figured she'd come and tell you.
She did.
Good girl. Sadie is so potty trained. Sometimes it's annoying. Because she likes to go out. And, yeah, she's a mess. What can I say? My husband just came in with his Santa hat on. He looks so cute. Okay, now, we're getting closer to being done. Let's get this over here. I think I need to go ahead and trim this one a little bit, too. Okay. All right. Let's go like this, bringing this down. And you never know, I may end up doing stenciling on the back of that. Now here in the middle, we want to do the stenciling. I know it's a lot, but I think it all needs to blend. And then on here, we're going to do the other little tags we made, some way or another. We'll figure it out. Yeah, and it doesn't take a lot. I'm just going to do both sides and not have to get this thing for a little bit. Stuff is rattling on my shelf because this is making a rattling noise. Yeah. So, there we go. That's much better. And yeah, we're going to need it over there, but I'll just save that for off camera. Okay, now we need to get our other little guy going here. Now, I didn't really make a pocket for him, but I have this little guy that's see-through and it has polka dots on it. And I was just thinking, we can make this be a pocket, right? It's kind of a, not acetate, but it's real close. And I think what I'm going to do is, it's sticky here on the top. I'm going to cut this sticky portion off. And I'm actually just going to do it like it's a bag. I think that'll work. Okay. Here we go. Maybe. We'll see. Okay, so we're going to glue this little guy on, and I think I do not like, I'm going to make it shorter on the top. It just doesn't look good with that thing curling over, but you'll know that's a pocket and that you have to, you know, you have to treat it like a pocket. I am going to put just a little on here. I hope this doesn't show through and look awful, but you can't ever know till you try. You know how it does, this little see-through stuff. Then I'm going to put it right here, and most likely you'll see that glue, but it does dry clear. Oh, you can't see it. Wrong, Paula. Okay, now inside here, I'm going to go ahead and put, yeah, I want it to dry before I put anything on there, but I think we need to put like this little guy right here inside. See how cute he looks, and then we'll put a thing on top, and then this little guy in here. I think we're just going to load it full of these baby tags and this little mittens, or we might even on this side just add this little mitten one right here. And I'm going to go ahead and just go with this little pink because I think it needs color. And these are tiny little holes, but we're just going to tie them. If we can't tie them, then we will staple them. But usually if you tie them, If you only have enough room to pull, like, you know, one knot, then just go with one knot. You can always change it and add something else if you have trouble with it coming off. Okay, so there we go. Isn't he cute? Now he is going to attach. He's just for looks, really. Him and the little pink guy are just for looks. Now you don't want to glue the top portion because then you don't, you know, it looks too flat. So we're going to go like this and just kind of tilt him for cuteness. It always helps to tilt. Okay, let me get all this stuff out so I can bring it up. Now, I like the way that turned out. And I like this. And I'm thinking on this one, let me get this other little tag where it gets some more blue. Not blue, pink. Oh, good grief, Paula. Got to learn your blue from your pink. Okay, we're going to put this one on him. I just decided that, you know, after putting that white one on, definitely need a pink trim rather than white. He has a tiny little hole too here. Got lucky again and just pulled right through, didn't it? Just tie a little knot. Now we can't forget to put our number on here, which is day 8. Okay. Yeah, I like that. That color is working. I think I want this a little bit longer than normal. So, yeah, and we're going to stick that inside this pocket and keep it from going all the way down in there by having that top on it. So here is another one. Now, if we decide to use the little mittens, which we need to since we stamped them, you know, I don't want to waste them. Got them for 50 cents at Joann's on clearance, and they just happened to be the right color. How does that happen, right? Probably because I know that I love pink, doing pink Christmas. And the majority of this one has a lot of pink. But I also don't have a problem mixing the colors either. Well, I just tied that one in 2 little ties, and I'm going to straighten that up. It doesn't look quite as slanted as I want it. Okay, so here we go. We've got these 2 little guys, and they're just going to float around on the outside. We could add something on here. I don't think so, though. I don't know what we would add unless it's, you know. Oh, how about it be our daily number 8. We need to get him inked up for sure. He is white. And I'm just kind of going over him with pink, and I want the edge to be more pink than the rest. The thing about these little guys is the little 8 on these, or the little number on these, is not very clear. So I've been just going over them. They probably won't be perfect, but that's okay. It's my book, right? And that's the thing you always got to remember. Whatever you decide to do, it's your book. And there's not a wrong way when it's your book. Now, let's see where we want to put this number. Not on this side. It's busier than this side. And so we could put it in here. I don't like it there. I don't like it really anywhere. So we're going to put it right here. We have to put it somewhere. This would be the better place. Okay, we'll let that dry. Last thing is this little thing right here. And I am going to put some of the Snowflake trim in it because it's pink. So you can alternate that. Plus, we want to have it at least in one other place. You know, because it'll look better. Now, getting it through these little holes is the big thing. Let me see if I can trim that a little bit and get it straighter. It's trying to ravel on me, but once you put it in here, you won't have any trouble. Now, we were supposed to stamp the hat on the other side, and I do intend to do that. Okay, so where do we want to put this little guy? Well, I'm thinking I want a hole punch right here. And I know somewhere I have a teeny tiny hole punch. I hope I still have it. Yes, I do. It's a little tiny one. And the reason I want it smaller is when you hang it on there, you want it to not take up all the space, right? Okay, so now we got to get this little guy tied on there. Is this the side we want? Let's get him in there. I just got to get some hairs to come through or something, and then I can just grab it. It's not always that easy, but okay. So I put it in through the back, so now it's wanting to go in through the back. So I'm taking that off. We're just going to go like this and get it through. And try to get this part to go through so I can grab some from the back. This one's not wanting to stick through as, there we go. There we go. It worked, and now it's not connected to the other side. Delightful. Don't you love it when that happens? You're sitting here and just thinking that that's the last thing, and then boom. All right, here we go. I'm going to tie it, and I'm going to tie it at a higher little space up here, you know, so that it has some dangle room. If I can find the other half of it. Oh, lovely. There you are. It's hard to tell. I mean, it's making my eyes blurry. Okay, there we go. One more time. You got all these little things hanging down that it's hard to tell what's getting tied and what isn't. Okay, there we go. Goodness. I'm going to cut a little bit off the tip. So we have so much craziness going on. And look, it did not hold. I must have only tied it once. My fault. So it may have to be a little shorter. And that's okay, because I'm not cutting off another piece of that stuff and wrestling it. If it was just me at home, I probably would. But since it wasn't me at home, I'm going to cut that shorter. Okay, now, let me see how much time we have. We got time. We're going to finish this page up and get this moving on here. Okay. I do want to go ahead and stamp the other side of this, and then we'll need to leave it flat. But first, let's stamp the background with some snowflakes. Trying to get all that fur out of there. All the eyelash stuff so we could stamp it. Okay, let's try that again. Let's try it again. So one of the things about, come on, what are you doing? One of the things about little tags, they don't like to stay where they've been told. Kind of like our kids sometimes don't want to play where they've been told to play or whatever. Okay. I'm going to go like this. Down this side here. And I'm going to get as close as I can to the edges. Yay! I do like the way that, I love this little stencil. I do like the way that ends up looking. There we go. So now we can just turn it this way. And we know we're over there, so we don't need to do more. On that side, we just do like this. And it's easy to just do a section at a time. That way you know you get enough color on there. I found that when I first started using these stencils, that my problem was I was afraid to, you know, be dark enough because I didn't know what to expect. But if you don't, you won't be as happy with it. So we're going to stamp. Where'd our stamp pad go? Let's put this little guy back in here. Oh, he's covered up. He's covered up. So we're going to do that little hat right there on this side. And it will have to dry. And it doesn't matter if it's upside down, sideways, whatever. There we go. Perfect. That is perfect. Now, we could add more of these words too, if we want. Because I like to put the, I just think it, I don't know, I just think I like the way it looks. And on this one, I'm going to put the word believe. Because you got to believe and have faith, right? If you want to see hope and peace and all that in our world, or in our life in general. There we go, believe. And these guys do not want to stay in, so I'm going to have to push them down a little more. Or they'll be falling out all the time. There we go. It'll be okay. There we go. Yeah, I think we're good on that. I think on the back here, I want to put something. Let's see what we got left. How about wish? You know, we always want to wish. We're always wishing at Christmas. Not want to, but we do. We want to wish because, you know, I wish I could get this new car. Or I wish I could get this whatever. But, yeah, that turned out cute. All right. I don't know about you, but I love this page or this little layout. And look, there they go again. So what might have to happen with those down the road is after I fill them out, then I just glue them down. I think it's because this bag is kind of slippery and it's just not cooperating. Hacks me off. All right. So I hope you enjoyed today's video on the 12 Days of Christmas, Day 8. We're getting there, you guys. It's getting closer. So I wish you all a beautiful Day 8. All right. See you later. Bye. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. I'd love to have you. Bye now.